When you're looking for a home, one of the best pieces of advice you can get is, being able to look past some of the aesthetics of the home. Now, when we talk about that, you were like, hey, look at the bones. Are the bones good on that home, on that housescape? What are the things that you cannot change or are really challenging to change? And then what aesthetics can you look past? For example, is the carpet just really ugly? Is the wallpaper, kind of have some holes in it or just not your style? But everything else about the house is perfect. You see all of these tips and trends and recommendations of how you can and should look past the aesthetics of a home. But when it comes to land, it's a little bit more challenging to look back the aesthetics, because you may be thinking, well, what is aesthetics and what is not really that changeable or is challenging to change? The first thing you cannot change is the type of ground, the type of soil. The soil is what the soil is. And sure, you can bring dirt in and you can dig dirt out. But all in all, your dirt is something like the bones of a house. You simply cannot change. But there's the aesthetics aspect that you can change. Is the woods maybe a little bit more crowded, and a good timber harvest, a thinning even, would really bring that whole forest landscape back to life and create a multitude of wildlife habitat? Or perhaps the lake is just down, and the first time you look at it, you're like, oh man, that is not the lake view I necessarily anticipated. But keeping in mind, maybe something had happened that caused the lake to go down. We've had a lot of hurricanes, a lot of storm systems that can make the lake go down. So this is not necessarily an example of something that cannot be changed. Water will rise. And so if you're looking at a piece of property that perhaps isn't completely full, is that something that you can look past and recognize what your ideal home site could be, even if it doesn't necessarily look at that in this exact moment? Can you look past that ugly carpeting for your ideal landscape to build your home? You tell me. And that's why it is so important to work with a land sale specialist who's able to look past some of the aesthetics of a landscape to help you see and realize the potential that is out there. I'll talk to you soon.